like Xander. 열심히 했습니다. 잘 부탁드립니다.
알렉산드는 조금 더 노력해야 될 것 같아요.
I think Alexander's facial expressions were really good.
I can make this work, and I see the potential, but I would not cast Alexander.
아, 진짜 니들이 뭔데 나 판단해? 아, 진짜. I'm fearless. Welcome to Who's the Fearless Season 2. So today we're breaking down how idols are discovered, marketed, and pushed to their limits before they even set foot on stage. And joining us today is Judy, a former hype artist, strategy, and marketing expert, now executive director of Chroma. Next we have also Hyun-jong, an idol dance trainer and director who has worked with BTS, TXT, and Kiss of Life. And finally, Isabel, a K-pop artist marketer who is part of HYBE's music marketing team, shaping how idols are presented to the world. Let's welcome them! So of course, before we dive into today's topic, let's get to know each other a little better. And Judy, we heard that she's been working, in casting, strategy, and marketing for some of the biggest names in K-pop. So how was it working in HYBE and AVEX, and now even Chroma?
All in all, I would say, I'm sure everyone here could agree, it's pretty 빡세.
빡세죠.
I'm sure it's a lot tougher for the actual artists or trainees to be in the industry, but I think even working behind the scenes as an employee or a staff is also really, really tough. You're kind of on call 24/7, right?
I know.
Yeah. I remember that I don't want to specify which job, but most of my time, I think I had kind of like a traumatic response to my Slack notifications, which is like the work communication program. But yeah, I would get texts like over the weekends, 3 a.m., 2 a.m. all the time. So yeah, that's kind of, I guess, I don't want to say industry norm, but to a degree, it is something that you do have to have a tough heart for.
It's the nature of this industry, I must say. Because I mean, if something happened to an artist or anything at like 2 a.m., are you going to be like, 저 지금 업무 시간 아니에요. It's not my working hours.
Exactly.
Call me tomorrow. Bye. 안 되잖아요,
네,
right?
맞아요.
So the thing is, like, a lot of people, if you want to work in the industry, that job, don't expect 9 to 6. This will never happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and we always say there's 열정 pay.
Yeah, this is very true.
There's no overtime thing. You just have to be sacrificing yourself.
Yeah.
And it's very addictive, to be
Yeah,
honest.
it
Like
is.
you like kind of lose passion because your health goes bad a little bit, but then you kind of comes back to it because the dopamine that you get from working here, it just keeps bringing you back to the industry. Like when I first left HYBE, I was like, I'm never coming back. And then like a year after, like there's nothing more fun than working in this industry.
Oh
like
my
I have to come back.
goodness.
This is true.
It's very toxic.
You guys are
and addictive.
masochistic.
Yeah,
진짜.
it's true.
Who's the fearless? I know that you've been a dancer, choreographer, and trainer for some of the biggest idols in the industry. So 어떻게 시작하신 거예요? 처음에
친구에 의해서 춤추다가 이쪽 바닥으로 왔었는데 좀 이제 하다 보니까는 이제 BTS 댄서도 하고 다른 뭐 스트레이키즈, 뭐 갓세븐 매니 이제 코리안 아이돌이랑 같이 하면서 이제 하게 됐죠.
오 와우. 그럼 처음엔 그냥 원래 댄싱 같은 거 관심이 있어서 시작하신 거예요?
처음에 이제 운동을 했었거든요.
네. 어떤 운동이요?
저는 복싱을 좀 오래 했었어요.
그럼 연습생 때려.
그렇지 않아요. 절대로. 절대로.
우리 때 맞았는데.
진짜요?
Yeah, our days. We're like, I'm sure even 우리 선배들보다 2000년도 초에 많이 맞았죠. 저는 안 맞았어요.
초반에
착해서.
많이 봤었어요.
봤어요? Korean showbiz is very influenced by two things. The military,
Yeah.
군대, and second thing it's also because This is a little dark. It's Korean history, okay? K-pop history. It's mafias, 깡패들 원래, you know? It's a nightlife at the very beginning. So managers will used to be like, 형님! Very harsh kind. So what he meant is 엎드려 뻗쳐 is like, it's like this 연습생들 we're all like, 네, 잘못했습니다. 그리고 이렇게 해야 되잖아요. Right? We have to do that. Or sometimes you put your hands behind your back and your head on the floor.
Is this okay?
Is this really going?
That is, yeah, that's the truth about K-pop at the very beginning. But now our world became much nicer, much better. 요즘 안 하잖아요.
네, 맞아요.
이런 거.
절대.
Who's the fearless? Right, so as a K-pop marketing expert, you have seen the behind the scenes of how idols are promoted worldwide. So what's one thing people misunderstand about the marketing process in the idol industry?
That it's a magic that it can fix everything. Like you just mentioned, like you have to have a talent. Marketing is basically making you an opportunity to shine, and it's also artists' job to like make themselves shine. So like I can give them an opportunity, but if they don't do well in there, I can't do so much about it. But like companies sometimes expect marketing to fix everything. And you just can't do anything about it if they don't do it in front of the camera.
Right, I gave you the chance, but you don't grab it, you don't shine, then what can I do?
Yeah, exactly. And there's no way to fix. Or if you say something stupid or something bad, and you expect marketing to fix something about it.
Right.
I mean, I can write about it on the article and send something on the newspaper,
Yeah.
but it's not going to fix the whole thing. And-
Especially netizens these days. Bullshit. I know you're trying to cover up his shit. Blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
Right? Netizens are smart these days.
They're
You
smart.
can't cover up anything. Who's the fearless? What is the normal casting ways? Because I'm sure for bigger companies like Hype and others, they have a lot of systematic style of like auditioning and casting people, right?
So it's easier for big companies to put out an advertisement, hey, we're gonna we're doing an audition online, so submit your videos. However, for the rest, it's pretty much the same. First come, first serve almost. Like all the casting directors and agents are constantly online. So a lot of the times these days is you cast through DM.
Oh
TikTok or Instagram.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
옛날에 you guys go to 학원.
Yeah, 학교, 댄스
학교
학원.
카스팅 같은 거 많이 하죠. 그래서
Yeah.
I mean we all know because 손에 손 잡고 아이 좋다. But now DM I heard.
Yeah. They do that a lot.
How do you even know that person is genuine with so many like 사기꾼 사진?
그것도
Right.
맞긴 맞는데 I feel like every company has their own kind of know-how. They would look at if they have like a lot of filters on their Instagram, that may be kind of a red flag. So if you want to get cast, don't put on filters on your pictures. Yeah. It helps if you like put your height on your profile.
So everybody, first thing, DM is basically your new resume, all right? So you guys have to make sure that your DM is clean, nice, and presentable with all the profile and 자기 자랑. That's your CV. Who's the fearless? Back then in your company, what was the standard when you guys check like 무조건 청순 찾아야 돼, or it didn't matter because they were like different projects?
So it really depends. If you're casting for like just a general trainee pool, then I think you just kind of try to get as many talented and good-looking trainees as possible. But if the company, let's say for example, we have to debut this group by this time, and we're finding one member that's going to fit this group, then they would have to go out and kind of look for someone who really fits that concept or, yeah.
But big companies have a pool of trainees already.
Yes.
그래도 안 맞으면 they
네,
don't.
많아요.
아,
되게
많아요?
네.
Oh my goodness. So, okay, after you guys find and fit in, do you guys like observe, 맞을까, 안 맞을까? Like 성격상,
Yes.
do you?
Yeah,
How?
they do.
What way? MBTI, or do you put them in a glass room like a baby and watch them?
I think they usually have like a trial period, and it really depends on the company as well. But if they have a trial period of like, oh, let's see what their teamwork looks like, or let's do some test shoots together and see what everyone looks like together and how they dance together or how their voices sound together. I don't know if I can say the name, but I remember I was helping out with the casting process of a member who was supposed to be like the last missing piece of this group that was.
Which group? Tell me. 어차피 삐처리 하니까.
아 진짜요? 삐처리 해주는 거예요?
할 거예요.
를 we were trying to look for we need one more, super talented, someone who's gonna mesh well with the rest of the group and kind of fits the concept.
어렵다.
엄청 어려웠어요. So sometimes if the company really likes someone, they will go out of their way to like travel all the way to where you are and go convince you.
Who's the fearless? 의견 많이 듣잖아요. 회사들한테 얘 어때요? 뭐 어떻게 봐요? 뭘 봐요 주로?
자, 좀 요즘은
네.
요즘 비주얼이 좀 더 많이
아 진짜?
왜 그러냐면 이제 다른 거 춤이나 노래는
네.
계속 연습하면
네.
실력으로 올라갈 수 있어요. 근데 비주얼은 좀 다른 것 같아요. 비주얼 문제는 좀 다른 문제인 것 같아요.
왜요? 성형하면 되잖아요. 다 고치면 되잖아요.
그래도 살짝 이제 베이스가 있잖아요. 요즘은 살짝 비주얼에 중점을 좀 더 많이 보는 것 같아요.
오, you guys could disagree. 다른 different point of view. But he was like saying appearance because it's something you can't really change, which is quite true.
Yeah.
Because 성형의 한계도 있어요.
맞아요.
Right? So, 그럼 최근도 계속 seems like somebody's disagreeing.
no. I think it's different for every company, definitely. But I think I agree. I think visuals get you through the door, but talent is what
Sustain you.
makes you
Make you
survive.
survive.
Yeah.
아, 그쵸.
Yeah.
That's deep. Now I'm thinking. 그쵸. 외모로 이렇게 하다가 if you have no ability or like 실력 없으면 that's so true.
네,
I'm
많이
sure in your head you guys are thinking about a few idol names. So yeah, just they are
This
the
is really
examples,
fearless.
right?
Making me want to drink water.
And I mean, like, even going back to what Jung just said, the visual is so important these days. I think it's because of the internet. Like, people come back to their, like, old days
Yeah.
and dig their old photos. So, like, even if you change your visuals, it's going to go back to where they used to look like.
그렇네요.
So I think that's what is so different now. Like, back then, maybe when you were in the action. like, no one
애기
could-
사진 보내드릴게요, 피디님. Who's the fearless? Do you guys even get any like incentive or do you guys have bonus for casting the right person or if anybody debut?
If the member that you kind of casted ends up debuting, you get first off like a lot of bragging points.
아, 칭찬 오니?
안줄 거예요 계속 생기는
칭찬.
거. 칭찬. But as a casting director, like who you casted becomes your resume. So whenever you go to a different company, or let's say you want to get promoted, it definitely is beneficial for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you cast anybody that you're proud of so far? Or you're not proud of like 문제 아이였어요.
그런 분은 한 명도 없고요.
와우, so 자신 있어.
But I never like was directly a casting director at Hype, but I was involved with casting that member. So I think that's definitely the 르세라핌의 카즈아 씨요. 네네네. Because she was a very valuable potential trainee. We basically kind of did everything we could as the company to have her become a trainee.
오, 대단하다.
Yeah, but she was amazing, and she has a great career. So
Right. 아, 신기하다 이런 거. I'm so curious for you also when you do marketing. Do you know about everything behind the group or what's happening?
I've only worked with like really already established group, but like people who have been a problem from the training stage will always have that problem till the end of their career. And it's just that because of the fans are so like supporting them, we don't really see it anymore.
Really?
But like if you're like have a really good visual, I think it kind of matches even if your singing is not so good, your dancing isn't so good, still if your looks is good, you're gonna keep going at
아,
this.
외모 지상주의. All about them.
I mean, we know a few members who is known for not so well in dancing, but still going with their good visuals, you know.
Are you talking about
What do you mean? They're all good dancers. They're all good dancers. They're all good singers.
Yeah, 근데 yeah, that's so true. I mean, we all know that.
Yep,
Like
yep.
차은우, very extremely good looking. He doesn't have to sing or dance.
No,
그냥
no.
무대 서 있으면, oh, thank you. Everybody like, wow.
And he's the funniest guy of the entire member, you know.
Right, variety-wise,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
really a very...
Because with his looks, everything is funny.
Yeah.
Whatever he says, it's just funny.
So, let's say if there's a typical boy or girl group, how would you study them first and see which person is like, give them opportunity?
Well, like I would definitely have to have a conversation. If they have a history, I will look into their like other previous shows and to see like what attribute really like got good reactions. So I would analyze that. And also when I have a personal interactions with them, I'll see like
Oh,
the
you talk to
potential.
them one-on-one?
Of course, and then I'll like have to see their potential and if they're like good at talking or if they're like really good at dancing and they really haven't shown that part, then I'll find a show or a content that can really bring that out.
Wow, so you've talked to me for the past 30 minutes. What would you market me?
I think you're doing already good. Like you're really a good interviewer.
That's it. Am I hopeless?
No, you should have said his looks.
His looks. I mean, just showing. Good enough. Good enough.
왜 그래? Who's the fearless? Monthly evaluation. Do you do that? also?
없었어요.
없었어요. 그래서 실력 없죠, 우리는.
K-pop의 백본 아닌가요?
So usually who do you choose to bye-bye?
First thing is like attitude.
This is kind of interesting. Like if you think about as a trainee, they are so desperate to become and to debut. A lot of people are really lazy and they don't want to practice.
Yeah. Even if they were really in the company for a long time and they were talented, sometimes they would be let go because